So we are clear, 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 clear. And it just helps to go ahead. All right, let's engage self-driving. A little sunset on the way home today. A little traffic, I'm sure. I think let's see how it handles this box. It's a little bit full of cars. All right, we're just gonna creep up and get in line. Yeah, we're not blocking anybody, so that was a good call. That was a good call. All right, let's see how it handles this turn here. This is one of my favorite parts of the commute. You've got 2 lanes of turn signals turning and merging into one, and it's also limited striping, so you just get one intermediate stripe there, and then basically it's like, all right, everyone figure this out on your own. So you'll see up ahead, smaller car. Some people want to take both lanes. Other people want to try to zipper merge and max out the amount of lane space possible to let everyone into the intersection. We're keeping left this time, which is good. I think FSD is just trying to look around and see what other people are doing and react to it. It's like now we're starting to take the lane a little more. That's fine, but you kind of see what a mess this is and how little signage or even striping on the lanes there are. So some people want to take it as far as they can, and FSD is like, hey, I'm going to take both lanes now. I don't see any stripes. I'll be curious how early we get over to this left lane. So eventually the lane I'm in will need to merge over, but deceivingly it's like at least a half a mile further that we could stay in this lane, not have to come over and sit in this stagnant traffic too early. So it's kind of a rookie move to get over too early and not zipper merge further down. FSD, I think, plays it safe. It can't really read how much space this lane has left, but there's quite a bit. All right, so it's waited quite a bit longer today. I think that's great. It's almost like it learned from last time. You don't need to get over immediately. You can wait and kind of merge. There's a lot of runway left in this lane, and it saves everyone's space. You know, you got to make space for cars. You can't get over too early and just leave this lane empty. So that was well done. All right, double lane move. Kind of creeping over, see if we can find faster travel here. Okay, so this is a long commute today. FSD is handling it well. After work, you're a little bit tired. It's kind of nice, something else giving you another pair of eyes or another 7 pairs of eyes with all the cameras, and it lets you kind of coast through the lanes pretty nicely. So, I mean, definitely a benefit having this do a lot of the work for you in the stop-go traffic. And even when you come up upon, a pretty heavy stop, it's amazing how dialed in this is. It's a pretty soft, deceleration. You're never really caught off guard or surprised. Even typically in stop go, you have those knee-jerk reactions, and this really softens that. So it's pretty good. It handles this particular use case extremely well. All right, so the left lane is finally clear for at least a clip here. So we'll see how hurry mode profile does, speed profile. Okay, so brake lights up ahead, but I mean, we're moving along pretty good. Relative to the lanes next to me, might be a little faster than I'd like, just in case someone wants to come over last second. It doesn't give you a whole lot of time, but I mean, if you're gonna be in the left lane, you have to be a little more assertive, so that's what it's doing. A little surprise stop there, but FSD handled it great. Still gave us a ton of space to safety factor in there between the vehicle in front of me. That was handled well, and no slamming of the brakes, just kind of a strong brake response, but in a way that's not going to cause too many people behind me to slam their brakes. Keep traffic flow moving and get through this congestion. So we've got a decent amount of congestion, about 2 miles until we get off the interstate onto more local streets. I'll be curious to see when it starts to drift over, since we've got 3 or 4 lanes to get over until we hit our exit, and just now 1.8 miles to go. With this much congestion, I'd prefer to start easing over lane by lane, and we'll see how FSD handles this given the amount of congestion here. I do see a decent spot opening up right now. I'm going to go ahead, well, let's just let it ride. I would have started getting over right now. I mean, that's a good gap. Kind of surprised it's not taking advantage of that with 1.2 miles left. Just kind of see how it does it here. Yeah, so we're under a mile. It's still not getting over. Now it's kind of cluing in. There you go. There you go. I did not hit the turn signal there. I kind of wanted to see it do its thing. All right, now we're getting over. So the stars aligned for it, so we're all good. Boom, 3 lanes all in one swoop. Does a great job as far as signaling, hitting the exit ramp, but not braking until you're actually off the interstate, which is definitely a smart way to do it. You don't want to hit the brakes on the interstate when you don't need to, so that's smart programming. That was handled really well. That car was taking its time merging over, then hitting the brakes to make another left. FSD, instead of getting behind it, saw there was some room around it and kept us rolling. That was handled better than I could have, because I would have been looking left and straight. FSD knew to look right. I think that was a good job. So canceled out. I was wanting to get into this left lane at this light since we're going straight, take the lane with less cars, but FSD sort of insisted to stay in this lane. Not a big deal. Just takes us back a few car lengths extra than we need to be. All right, we're approaching a roundabout, kind of a bigger one, double lane roundabout. It requires you to be in the proper lane if you're going to take the first or second exit. And if you're taking the third exit, you have to be in the left lane only. FSD typically has handled this pretty well, not only like getting in the proper lane, but also just waiting to yield and merge into the traffic. All right, well done. It puts on the turn signal. I think that's kind of interesting. I don't see anyone else doing that. I typically don't, but if that helps include people in when you're exiting, that's fine. It just sometimes you get a lot of false positives if the turn signal isn't really indicating you're leaving, and which exit's not so clear. So I'd honestly prefer it didn't do turn signals and roundabouts, but let me know if that's something that you all typically do in your area. I think roundabouts typically around here, no need for turn signals. All right, in a smaller turning circle here. Again, with the turn signal, not really necessary, maybe a little confusing to people. There go the windshield wipers. I guess cleaning off some dust from the cameras. So a fun little sequence there. People might think I'm crazy behind me. That's all right. It's not raining. I'm just turning on my turn signals and using my windshield wipers. It's a Tesla. All right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Just wanting to post content regularly about the commutes. It's a great use case for FSD. Thanks everyone for tuning into this one as well. That about does it for this commute. Thank you.